Next up, we have Leslie Rinaldi with TimbukTu.
Are you ready?
I am ready.
Go.
Good morning, everyone. I'm trying to have a lot of energy, so please be patient with me. I'll also do my best not to power through my presentation. So, as I begin, I'd just like to kind of get a quick survey. How many in the audience have school-age children or grandchildren? Yeah, that's fair enough. And how many of you would create more memorable experiences with your kids now while they're young? You can appreciate it if you could. Yeah, I know, I believe it. In today's electronic age, you know, it's so difficult to find that kind of interpersonal time with their kids between their lives, and our electronic devices. Enter TimbukTu, an indoor amusement park designed for the locals. TimbukTu will appeal to children of all ages and families in all stages. My name's Leslie Rinaldi, and I invite you to come with me on an adventure. Before we get started, I'll give you a little bit of background on who I am and where I came from. My husband and I, Joe, moved here to the Virginia Beach area from Fredericksburg about 10 years ago with our 2 small children. And as we began to get involved in the community, one of the larger things that we noticed is that there aren't a lot of recreational opportunities for families with limited funds, limited resources, tunnels and bridges, etc. And so as we began to interact, we kind of began to take a look at our community, find out what could be done. We started researching the leisure entertainment industry and honing our idea. Currently, we're members of IAPA, which stands for the International Association of Amusement Parks and Attractions. And IAPA is the largest international organization for permanently situated amusement parks. That encompasses things from Disney World, Chuck E. Cheese, Busch Gardens, Water Country, from zoos and skate parks to museums, all of those. That's what IAPA covers. And what IAPA does for us, for owners of amusement facilities, it provides us with all of the resources that an organization of this size would need to cover. That's human resources, front of house, back of house, food management, customer service, throughput, which is what they call from the time you pay you a fee till the time you're done with your attraction. I invite you to take a look at iapa.org should you be interested. But for now, let's move forward. So welcome to TimbukTu, a place where the entire family can interact and enjoy a memorable experience filled with laughter and good times. You'll notice our family-friendly atmosphere almost immediately. As you walk in, you're greeted by the largest play place you've ever seen. Larger than the play place at McDonald's, Chick-fil-A, all put together. Mom and Dad will be checking out the video games. Is that Steve-O? And before you know it, your 10-year-old will be asking if you'll ride the bumper cars with him. I'm gonna go sign up for a laser tag game, your teenager will call as he trots off in that direction. Where else would you want to be? So what do you think? Do you and the missus want to grab a bite at the TimbukTu Lounge? Or is today the day you finally beat her at Miss Pac-Man? TimbukTu is going to offer, gone too far, sorry. TimbukTu is going to offer a 30 best laser tag system with a dual level maze, an indoor laser obstacle course, spin zone bumper cars, a state-of-the-art video arcade, and a cafe. For discretionary spending, we took a look at other options in our area, since TimbukTu will be the first of its kind. And for discretionary spending within a 30-mile radius, we have 2 multiplex movie theaters, a bowling alley, a go-kart facility, and 3 separate children's entertainment centers. All 3 are thriving businesses. TimbukTu, however, will offer laser tag, bumper cars, video games, laser maze, an indoor soft play, and birthday parties and teams. For team members, we have assembled some of the best in the industry, some of the most trusted veterans in the industry of amusement and recreational entertainment. They bring with them decades of experience in individual sales, customer service, attraction management, and facilities management. TimbukTu is looking for an investment of $710,000. This will allow us to secure a facility, to secure equipment, and to open, and it will also give us operating expenses. For that and for our investment, we're offering an equity position. We will pay dividends annually. We will pay dividends of 20%, and we anticipate purchasing or buying out our investors at the end of 5 years. And TimbukTu will turn a profit its first year. So I know I only have a little bit, but before I move on to questions, I want to tell you how we are going to return our investors' investment. One of the big things that we've looked at when we looked into our community is that as we got our children involved in different recreational sports and activities, there's never enough money to go around. And it seems like as soon as you sign them up for something, the very next thing they're handing you is a fundraiser for you to assist them in raising funds. One of the great things that TimbukTu will be able to do is to partner with those child-focused nonprofit facilities or nonprofit entities in an effort to help them gain funds for their organization. The way it works is we would partner with the facility, they would pick a specific date, a specific time, and a specific attraction. They would then call their network of members and associates, invite them to come to TimbukTu in an effort for them to gain funds. Their members would have to come to our facility, purchase a specific venue. So they hold the event. The date comes, the time happens, they bring all of their friends and family, they bring people they know, the people they know come and they purchase the specific venue. At the end of the event, we close our register, and the organization would receive 10% of all revenue received from the venue purchased per the fundraiser agreement. And at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation. TimbukTu receives the community benefit, the organization receives the money. Everybody's happy.
For Q&A, starting now.
Where do you anticipate your first location?
Our first location, we're hoping to secure a position in Portsmouth, Virginia, specifically in Churchland. And the reason for that is Churchland sits between Portsmouth, Chesapeake, and Suffolk, Virginia. We'll be able to reach 25 separate school districts, 25 separate school zones, to be able to offer all of those children opportunity for funds. Yes, ma'am?
Have you considered, so you mentioned the different activities are going to be available at TimbukTu. Have you done market research to ensure that kids still want to do those activities?
Yes, we have.
Okay, so because that's what's popular when I was growing up.
Mm-hmm.
But that's also a huge capital investment. If you want to do the bumper cars, you want to do the laser tag and that sort of thing.
Very true.
And moving on to the future, perhaps something like a
Major course, escape rooms, yes.
or 3D printers where they can build whatever they want, like a makerspace, or they can do Arduino robots so they can build little robots while they're there, and maybe incorporate a little bit of an educational aspect as well, and kind of moving into the future.
And I agree.
Much lower capital.
Of the number of value-added items that we're adding, or that we're going to include, one of them will be an interactive floor, which teaches geography, astronomy, anatomy, math, things of that nature. We certainly want to bring in an edutainment model to this. Yes?
Who are your direct competitors?
Let's see. Our direct competitors would be AMF Bowling. There is a go-kart facility 20 miles away, Chuck E. Cheese, a bounce house, and Funville Cafe.
And is the value proposition that you can basically do all those things under one roof?
Yes, and then some.
And then
What's your revenue model? Like some of your projections were breaking it out per attraction, but so is it a one-size-fit-all, or is it a ticket for each event?
Each model is pay to play. And that allows families then to come back and customize their experience each time they visit.
So is there an admission fee to get in the building?
There is no admission fee. Each attraction has its own cost.
So if there is not an admission fee, you just pay to play.
Yes, ma'am.
And you said the first year will be profitable.
Yes, ma'am.
How exactly?
We make it in volume. There are 326,204 families containing school-aged children within a 20-mile radius. We intend to reach out to them through their existing networks, through PTAs, through PTOs, through Girl Scouts, Boy Scouts, 4-H clubs. We intend to reach out to each one of those organizations and use them and our fundraising aspect in order to bring volume to our business, to our building. And through the volume, at $8.50 a pop, we run that over and over and over again.
And what percentage of the 300 and something?
Do we anticipate?
Do you anticipate?
We actually anticipate reaching over 70%.
Is that just, did you all just throw that number out there?
No, ma'am.
Or it's, okay.
We've done our market demographics, market surveys. We've actually done a test marketing survey, putting this information out through Facebook and through our website and through word of mouth. And to this day, we're still getting phone calls looking to book parties, looking to book fundraisers. Yes, ma'am.
So does this place exist yet?
No, it does not.
Okay, and so you're gonna build all those facilities at the same time?
Yes, ma'am.
And how long is that gonna take?
4 months.
It's gonna be 4 months?
And that includes leasehold improvements, yes.
4 months.
Yes, ma'am.
So the square footage that you're gonna need in this warehouse?
27,000 square feet is the footprint that we intend to initially rent. We actually will only build 20,000 in that 27,000 square foot space. The reason for that is year 2 through year 5, that gives us 7,000 square feet to add attractions so that our facility stays relevant, stays fresh, stays new, stays interesting, so that it entices people to come back.
How many customers do you need per day to break even?
70 total.
Here's another financial question.
Sure.
Have you thought about revenue per square foot? How much you might make on a?
Yes, and we will make approximately $11 per square foot over the course of the year. That's it? Wow, well, I must have done a great job.
Go ahead. Yeah.
Certainly. We anticipate 28 part-time staff, 4 full-time staff. And they will be trained in customer service. Our full-time staff is going to go through additional training in conflict resolution and childhood development. The main reason for that is because of such a cross-section of customers that we anticipate. We want to make sure that we arm our personnel with as much customer service knowledge and relevance as possible. We're a service industry, so with one bad review can really affect our business.
And what were hours of operation and where are the days?
11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Monday through Thursday, 11 a.m. to 10 p.m. Friday through Sunday.
Have you investigated why similar facilities like this have shut down?
Yes, I have.
Why?
Well, in taking a look at it's got several factors. One of them is demographics, and those demographics, income and debt-to-income ratio, their cost of living standards, which is another reason why we made sure that we located our facility where we could get a good cross-section of personnel off a bus route. We're trying to make sure that we can reach as many people as possible. Having said that, there are several reasons a family entertainment center would go belly up. It would be that they have too much competition in the form of free or lower cost. It would be location, that they're just not able to get the word out and bring customers in, or it would be part of their business model, which is what happened to the Mouse. They're on a decline, and that's based on some of the decisions that they've made in the industry. Yes, ma'am?
Where are you getting the equipment, bumper cars, and things like that?
Right, so IAPA it's a very large trade organization, and through that and our years through them, we know the manufacturers, we know the, yes ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you. Another 6-minute break.